This is a very bizarre, strange, I don't know if you can call it controversial, but rather very unique conversation that I had with a young woman. As you know, in that community tab, now I had stated that I'll be giving a couple of people free sessions for those who can't afford or whatever. So as a 2024 year end gift, and I got quite a dime a dozen individuals, and I've informed all of them that with their permission, I would share some of their stories or incidents if it does add value. But from time to time, sometimes I share when I feel it is either shocking or entertaining or something that is like, wow, is this even for real? Okay. So I've taken permission from this young woman, and I'm going to share with you. And I want you to give me your thoughts without abusing or making fun of the individual, but do tell me what do you think. Okay, I've written down notes. So if you see me looking at the screen, it's me, reading off from the notes of the conversation I had with her. So this woman, she sent me an email that she wanted to take advantage of the free session. Now, right off the bat, what made this different or rather shocking or thought-provoking was the email that was written to me. Generally people put, please, sir, I would like you to, give me an opportunity to have a free session, or, sir, if you can consider my name, kind of request. This young woman, she didn't sound like she was requesting me. She sounded more like she was demanding her right. Okay, she was ordering me because the gist of the whole thing, it was a long, lengthy email, which I don't want to get into. The gist of it was that she didn't want a 20-minute session. She didn't want a short session. Okay. She wanted a mentor who would mentor her through the journey of life, apparently, for the next 3 to 5 years. So she wants me to be a mentor for 3 to 5 years. And she also explained to me why. Because what is the point of giving a 20-minute session? I can read a book, I can listen to a podcast. So she's telling me what she wants, and she's explaining also to me why she wants it. Okay. And then she has also put, I've been watching your videos, I've been liking your videos. I've not been commenting because I want to maintain my privacy. I've been sharing it with others. I've given you my wholehearted support. And being your loyal fan, I think I have a right to ask you what I believe is, my right, kind of thing. Okay, fine. All that is fine. You can ask Sun, Moon, and Stars. And then she was like, I'm free she gave me the timings also. I'm free. I'll be sending a WhatsApp message. She gave me the date. So a very strong character. I was like, this one is very unique. Okay. And she said, I know that you maintain privacy, confidentiality. That is why I'm reaching out to you. Generally, I don't trust men. I don't like men. Okay. So I was like, okay, fine. This one is a dynamite. I was pretty intrigued. So I said, okay, fine. I said, listen, kid, send me a message on so-and-so. My WhatsApp is here. Let's figure out a date. And okay. So on the due date, she came. Now, mind you, I normally don't tolerate nonsense. But with her, I was like, okay, let's see where does it go. I kept quiet. Okay. So I said, let's take it easy and see where does it go. I was kind of amused, so to speak. So then when I sent her the link and all that, she was like, no, I will send you the link. And I was like, what is the difference? I send you the link, you send me the link. No, because then I can choose to record or not. I was like, okay, fine. You record, whatever. For me, it doesn't matter. Okay. So finally, she did come online and very formal, by the way, very formal. She was, what is it? Good evening, sir. How are you? Yes, for a minute, I felt I was in some kind of army boot camp. So I said, yeah, I'm fine. So I told her, so you're the same female, right? Yes, sir. I'm the same woman. And she said, sir, I'd like to introduce myself to you. So normally I ask people, can you introduce yourself to me? She told me, I would like to introduce her. I was like, yeah, please go ahead. And in my life, until now, there has been no Indian female who said these words that I'm going to share with you. And I've written it down. She started the conversation, means introduction, by saying, I identify myself as pansexual. Okay. I identify myself as pansexual. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, but you can limit it to she and her. I believe in trust. Then what is that? Wait, I believe in trust. I believe in trust, but I have trust issues, especially where men are concerned, and most specifically where Indian men are concerned. I am not the typical Indian woman. I don't believe in being dependent on a man. In fact, I hate men who look down on women. I believe women are equal to men, and women are even capable of doing greater things than men. Whatever a man can do, a woman can equally do. The only disadvantage being our biology and testosterone. Otherwise, women can reach for the stars. And it's the patriarchy and also the unfair rules of religion, society, and the insecurity of men that prevent us women from achieving greatness. Okay, you must be wondering, how did I get all this text? It's very simple. If you have one of those AI softwares, you can get the text pretty easy. Okay, she said, I will not be taken advantage of. I will not let any man dominate me, and I will succeed in this so-called man's world. So I was like, holy moly, yo, what did I get myself into? So I was like, all right, okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, and she was more like, I can make out from your face you're bored, but let me tell you that this is very important for me. This is my so-called, creed, mantra, whatever. So I listened. I listened to whatever she had to say. Then finally, I told her, okay, fine. You told me who you are, what you are, okay, what you want, and are you working? To which she said she's unemployed. And I asked her what happened. She's saying people are very insecure about me. What was it? Wait. Insecure. Women over there, they can't handle the new generation. Men are very insecure, and I don't like slow people. I don't like to take crap. And then she's tried to associate herself with me and say, just like you were a rebel when you were young, today I am the rebel, and I don't like slow old people. I believe anything is possible. So she doesn't even have a job. Then I asked her relationships. She said, you mean, did I have sex? Did anyone fuck me? I was like, I asked you if you had a relationship. I didn't ask you if you had sex. Okay. If I want to ask you, do you have sex? How did you have sex? I said, I am almost old enough to be your father. I will straight away ask you, did you have sex? If whatever I have to say, don't worry. I'm not, shy asking you. For now, I'm asking you, are you in a relationship? She said, even my man couldn't handle me, and that is why I didn't want to have a simp. I wanted to have a man. Okay, fine. All right. Okay, everything. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So then I said, okay, so you're confident. You are, or at least portraying to be confident. You're aggressive. You know what you want. So how may I help you? I asked her straight up. She said, I want you to be my mentor for, 3 to 5 years. And I have watched all your videos where you have to be consistent and you have to never give up. You have to practice the power of asking. And I'm following exactly your advice. And I'm asking you. And I want to succeed and achieve my dreams. And without a mentor, I cannot succeed. And blah, blah, blah. She went out. Okay, fine. So in the end, I listened to what she had to say. I listened everything. Finally, I told her, can I listened to you all this while, which generally I don't listen, but you're a very unique case. I told her, can I, with your permission, be frank and honest with you? And she was like, that is what I expect out of our relationship. I immediately told her, my dear, I'm, if you go exactly, I'm 48 years old, but I say 50. Okay. I've been with a lot of women. She said, I know your entire history. I said, don't interrupt when I'm talking. Now you shut your mouth. Okay. Zip it. If you want me to talk to you, if you interrupt me again, we end this call. I will not give you another warning. You'll keep your mouth shut because I listened to you. Now it's my turn. You will not open your mouth at all. Is that clear? And then she kept quiet. She said, no. Then I told her, I allowed you to be yourself. I permitted you, give you the permission. Now it's my turn. You will follow my rule. Is that clear? She said, yes. And remember, I'll not repeat again. You will not dare interrupt me when I talk. Clear? She said, yes, sir. So I told her that I have been with a lot of women. I have, kind of seen it all, done it all, tired. I'm in the phase of just being a wise old man like a Yoda. I said, you might think that people are afraid of you. men are afraid, women are afraid. The reality is you're afraid. Okay. The reality is you're afraid because instead of someone trying to hurt you, you think, oh, they're going to hurt me. Let me hurt them instead. Which is why you resigned from your job before they would kick you out. Which is why in your relationship, before he could retaliate, you got rid of him. In everything that you do, you're afraid that someone will do something to you. So before they do, you do something to them. Like when you spoke to me, instead of me speaking to you, me asking you, me taking charge of the conversation, you wanted to have the illusion that you're in control. So you told me, I'll introduce myself to you. I'll do this. I'll do that. The reality is you're afraid when someone retaliates. Okay. So the first thing is someone has hurt you very deeply, which I feel most probably is maybe your mother, your father, but I feel more stronger towards the father's side. That is why you have hatred towards men and you have suffered sexual scars by some male person in the family, which is why you are scared like a small little child, like a kitten, that someone will hurt you. That is why you look at all men in the same lens. When you especially get hurt when you're young, look at all men in the same lens. When the first father figure, the male figure, who is your father, hurts you, you feel all men will hurt you. When the first male figure who you look up to, maybe your uncle or someone, betrays your trust, you feel everyone's out there to, betray your trust. And the reason why you feel, you see only negative in the places of work is because you know that they are better, that they know more, that they are more experienced, but you can't match up to that because obviously you can't manufacture fake experience. You can't manufacture that no matter how smart you are. So in order to battle them, you can't win with experience. You try to show I'm fast and furious, but fast doesn't make it right. Just because you have a very fast car and you step on the accelerator doesn't mean you're going to win the Grand Prix. Okay. It takes control. It takes maturity to know when to slow down, when to move fast, when to allow the other person to win. In your case, you believe you have to win each and everything. So it's like you win the war, but lose the overall battle, or it's you win the battle and lose the overall war. I don't know which one is that. Okay. So, and I said, because you suffer a role model, you don't have a role model. That is why you look up to the internet for guidance. And which is where, when you found a bunch of young girls, maybe on Instagram, maybe on TikTok, maybe on Facebook, you found a bunch of young girls who said, we are going to conquer the world. We are going to dominate Western value. Okay. And they said, I identify. So they are taking charge of their identity, their sexuality, which is supposed to be God given, which is supposed to be natural. And in your confusion, you decided, I'm going to call myself pansexual. And I told her, I literally had to search what is pansexual, a sexual orientation where person is attracted to others regardless of their gender. So what you're trying to show is, Indian society, your rules don't apply to me. I can choose man, I can choose woman. You're no one to question my sexual preferences, my lifestyle, my tastes. You have no control over me, whether religion, whether parenting rules, whether society rules, because sex is a very powerful emotion and you want you to control it. And you don't even want people to refer to you as a girl. That is why you give them your pronouns. Once again, you're trying to follow the disillusionment of Western society, the lost cause, where you think that is bravery. And the problem is you're all alone. Okay. Nobody agrees with these values. So you think, oh, you're low class, you're Indians, you have that accent, you have these beliefs, this religion. I'm going with the Western, the Gora society, the place where all technology is progressive. And I said, I told her, I even predict that you want to go abroad to the West. You want to meet people who are rebellious. And that is why get along well with my channel, because you see tattooed guy, he's a rebel, he makes a big noise, he criticizes Indians, criticizes parents, criticizes God. Yes, he is going to be that role model. And you have assumed that if I take his mentorship, he is my ticket to achieving greatness. And because I have stated online that you need a mentor for at least 3 years, 5 years, 20 years, you cannot ask me 20 years mentoring and you didn't feel 1 year is enough. So you bought out the number 3 to 5 years. So when I told her all this, as she was listening, she just went, obviously I told her to keep quiet. She kept quiet and she looked, and I could see her face changing, body language changing. And from trying to be brave and put on a brave face, her face became slowly like, transformation of Hulk to Banner. And then I said, my dear, there's nothing you can give me that is of value. I don't care if you unsubscribe from my channel. I don't care if you like or dislike my videos. I don't care if you share or don't share my videos. You can't offer me sex. Neither am I interested, nor do I find you attractive, nor do I think you're going to give me anything that I've not seen, heard, felt, or experienced. You can offer me nothing. There is nothing about you that I feel like, wow. I just look at you as a lost little puppy, as a small little child. Okay, I'm talking to you like I would talk to my daughter. So you're barking up the wrong tree if you think you're going to make an impression. And by giving me a script that you memorized and practiced, because you followed my videos where I say, memorize your script and all that, and you did a fairly good job. Your communication skills are strong, but you cannot impress me. I deal with people who study in Ivy Leagues. I deal with people who are, C plus level. I said, it's way beyond your pay grade, way beyond your league. And you might dominate people in a village. Most probably you must be in some village area where you're the smartest of the bunch. But in the real big, bad, ugly world out there, you're nothing but someone who just has big noise. I said, even your communication skills, your accent that you're trying to put impresses. It'll not impress people like my clients. And you're unemployed. You don't even have $100. You don't even have $100. Who you're trying to impress? So you know your limitations. You're trying to hide it and show that you're larger than life. By the time I reached there, I could make out all the air, hot air, everything had gone up. I said, I'll make it clear to you. If you want to talk to me, you'll be yourself. You will stay in your lane. You will remember where you stand. You will give me the respect that I deserve, okay, as someone who's elder than you. And if you put on a facade of being who you're not, you can get the fuck out of this conversation. I don't give a rat's ass. But if you want me to be genuine with you, remove all this mask like an onion, no? Remove all this facade. Talk to me in a genuine fashion and I'll help. And if you really want a mentor, someone who cares about you, who is not your father, who is not your uncle, who will not betray your trust, then we can have the conversation. And I said, I'm not going to give you. You are out of your league if you think, forget 3 years, forget 1 year, forget 1 hour. You're under my mercy. Even if I give 5 minutes, you have to be grateful for. Okay? So you are in no position to demand anything beyond maybe even 5 minutes. I choose and I decide what to give. Is that clear? And from a tiger, she became a kitten. I deal with big fish, a small little girl. So once I brought her down to earth and she understood, then immediately the small child in her came out, whereby she started to ask me questions like, so I'm really confused. She opened up. She honestly opened up. So I'm very confused. You're right. I check the Western media. I check this feminists. She was a member of a couple of sites, which I don't want to give the name and give them free advertisements. The LGBTQ, there are these sites. I'm aware of them, very popular. And she showed me some of the DMs that she received and guidance as to how to speak this LGBTQ plus language. So guided her on a lot of issues. And I really felt bad for her because a smart child, a very gifted one, but one who has suffered a lot of scars, but is a fighter. Eventually, that I want to keep private. The strategies that I gave her, and she was going through a lot, which she didn't open up before, both from her mother, father, even her relatives. Very serious issues. And I told her, I will need to get in touch with someone who will get in touch with you to guide you on this. And finally, I did give her some extra perks, which I had not planned because she needs it. And from resume to interview coaching and all that, I told her I'll help her. But one thing which she really needed work was that, that facade, the fake image, the protective shield that she had, us against the world. Yes, it is needed, but not in the way that she was putting. And I told her, if you start telling people, I hate men, I'm going to dominate men, I'm going to destroy men, people are going to gang up together and, you're not going to stand a chance if you start inviting trouble, like, come on, fight with me. You don't have anything. You don't even have money. And I said, if you make both men and women both hate you, you're not going to survive. And I gave her the assignment. My assignment only to her was, obviously, we'll do the resume rebrand. Because she doesn't have money, I told her, I'll help you on this. Resume rebrand, interview coaching, few areas because she's injured like a small little child. And I told her, we'll do whatever we can to help you get a job, but you have to get a job. And there is no way in the world you're going to be given any opportunity, whether even if I get a sponsor or anything, that you'll go to the West and, you'll start a new life there. There are people who are ready to help her for that. But I told her, no, you have to earn your stripes. And the reason being is if she were to go to the US and she is so fickle-minded that she can get brainwashed by the LGBTQ plus community, she goes abroad, she'll get into this. She'll get into, taking growth hormones, maybe chopping up breasts, taking on new identity, pink, blue hair, putting nose rings, getting into drugs, psychedelic substances. I've seen many. So I told her, I'm not going to make it easy for you to escape reality. That is not the solution. You show 5 to 10 years that you can survive in India, where you are, get a job, show stability, show consistency, grow within the system, show likability, show respect. Be an Indian. Don't try to be a Westerner. Don't try to be what you're not. It's like a Western template on an Indian, Indian culture, tradition, belief. And I said, like for example, if your name is Sita, for example, if your name is Sita and you call yourself Sizzle Swan just because it sounds great, that doesn't mean you became Sizzle Swan. You're Sita. You have to maintain your values. And she was shocked when I told her, I want you to respect your religion and be humble and pray to God, which I think she never expected. And in terms of relationships, I told her, this is not the age, nor the stage, nor the phase for you to get involved with a man. And then automatically she opened up and said, sir, my boyfriend tried to rape me. So I just told her, I could figure out that men have been bad. I said, that is why I don't think you should be in a relationship, because you're trying to get an aggressive alpha male, which you can't handle. You don't know how to handle yourself. You're trying to portray what you're not. You're showing that, oh, I'm very strong. I'm a gorilla. I can fight. But you don't even have the ability to lift 5 kilos. Why are you trying to take on 500 kilos? So overall, she was a very broken young girl. And after, peeled off all the layers of bravado and machoism and feminism, and she was an innocent little puppy. And but she is going through very serious issues and challenges. And that is why I made a few phone calls later on to figure out who can help her in this. Obviously, some NGO has to get in, because, it's pretty serious. Anyway, I thought I'd share this with you. And I don't know if you got any learnings from this, but the learnings, what I felt was, today our both Indian men and women, they're seeking and searching for an identity to discover who they really are. Deep, they show that they're macho, that, they can put on a saffron, headgear and flag and shout Jai Hind and Jai BJP and, I'm in this gang or that gang, or I'm trying to be Westerner, put a nose ring and be a rebel and tattoos and sleep with men and all that. But deep down, they have a lot of core issues which have to be dealt, and I'm the perfect witness to that. I was trying very hard to convince society what I was not. But the healing process took place not with religion, not with God, not with any magic from heaven. It was when I worked on myself through proper coaching, through proper mentoring, through qualified people who could help me. And yes, a lot of effort from my side. And in a phase of 10, 15 years, that's how long it took me. I finally have reached where I am today, whereby what you see today are the scars, the mistakes that I made. And that is why today I'm a much better coach at guiding others and preventing them from making the same mistakes. Anyway, I thought I'd share this with you because this was a very unique incident that I experienced, but the fundamentals were more or less the same. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts as well. And please, just as a request, don't make fun of her or abuse her, because that shows how low you can go. But it takes a man, a real man or woman, to be empathetic, to be understanding, and to admire the tenacity and the fire that this young woman has, that she wants to succeed. Only thing, her approach was not so. All right, you guys take care. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. Yalla. Bye.